Welcome back. Governor Mike Pence, Senator Tim Kaine faced off last night at their only vice presidential debate, but their body language might have revealed even more than their talking points. Joining me right now by popular review, body language analyst TONYA REIMAN. Good to see you, TONYA.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you very much. So the candidate's handshake, always an anticipated moment.
Yeah.
Let's watch. I want to get your reaction. Interesting. Pence sort of walked into him as he shook his hand. What did you make of that?
Well, you know what it is? So Kaine shakes his hand and then touches his arm, right? Yeah. So Pence needs to neutralize that. So he does a double handshake, right? He grabs both hands. And then at the end, it's like, wait, it's a power struggle. So what does Kaine do? He taps him on the back and then kind of leads him. So the person who touches more is obviously going to be the Watch how he, see that back thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so that says, I'm touching more, I'm more dominant, I'm the alpha in this position.
Okay, so that was obviously by design. He wants to be dominant.
He wants to be the man.
Touching. All right, Kaine's opening statements, also very telling. Watch this.
Hillary told me why she asked me to be her running mate. She said, the test of a Clinton administration will not be the signing of a bill or the passage of a bill. It'll be whether we can make somebody's life better.
What do you think?
Well, you know, when he's opening his statement, one of the things that we noticed throughout the entire debate is his eyebrow stays up for extended periods of time. So if you're watching, see that eyebrow?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, normally that would be emphatic, emphasis. I mean this with all my might. But in his case, it's consistent throughout the entire debate. So it's questionable why that eyebrow stays up so often, because normally it means I feel good about what I'm saying. You also notice a chin jut during this point, which shows superiority. I feel good about what I'm saying.
See, I thought the first question the moderator asked, let's talk about leadership, the most important thing for a vice presidential candidate. Could you step into the shoes?
Right.
And Kaine didn't answer that question. He basically used that whole time to tell us why he trusts Hillary so much.
Right.
He
well,
blew
they
off
both
the question.
did that. They were deflecting left and right. It was frustrating because I'm like, answer something so I can get it, you know?
Yeah.
They both deflected.
All right, so here's a moment we've been playing a lot this morning. It's Kaine saying Trump is the you're fired candidate. Listen to this.
Do you want a you're hired president in Hillary Clinton, or do you want a you're fired president in Donald Trump? I think that's not such a hard choice.
Well, first, let me say I appreciated the you're hired, you're fired thing. Senator, you used that a whole lot.
Pence trying to play cool there. What did the body language say?
Actually, Pence did very well there.
Yeah.
He looked formidable. He looked very VP presidential. And then Kaine looked like he was losing it a little bit. See, that was the whole thing. Kaine throughout the entire debate looked a little bit agitated, maybe a little too exuberant. And Pence had that very professional, polished look. Even though he claims he's not that polished, nor is Trump, he did come across as very polished.
But you knew, the you're hired candidate versus a you're fired candidate. That's that's a scripted line, and people hate scripted lines. Yeah.
At one point, Pence brought up like the Reagan line, like there you go again, and I'm thinking to myself, are we really going back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you also have ways to make anyone more successful in business. We want to talk about your tips in terms of body language. What do we need to know in terms of getting ahead in business?
Well, one of the most important things is eye contact. So when you're talking to somebody in the professional world, and this is culturally based because different cultures feel strongly about eye contact one way or the other, but the best thing to do is hold eye contact on your point. So you want to look at an eye-nose triangle, and then occasionally break to the left or break to the right. Don't break down, because if I'm looking at you and then I look down, I look submissive and I look like I don't believe my own statement.
I know that one. Nobody trusts anybody who doesn't look in your eyes.
But that's not, see, that's a myth.
Oh, because when people don't look in my eyes, I'm like, what's going on here?
The problem is, so you don't want to stalker stare them like, hey, Maria, how are you? What's going on? How's life? You want to make sure that you look and then you break away slightly in this eye-nose triangle so that you make the person feel comfortable. The other thing you want to do is pivot towards them, not away from them, because just the way you and I are good, see, look at how we're mirroring each other, right? This shows that we're in sync, we're in rapport. But when you're standing up talking to somebody, if my legs are going this way and my body and torso is going this way, there's a disconnect. That means I want to get going.
Real quick, 10 seconds. Why smile differently with men and women? What's that all about?
Well, women smile more often, and quite often when they smile, like Hillary's mask, they come across as ditzy. When men smile, they come across as more powerful. So I always say Hillary needs to smile a little bit less because she uses that as a mask, and maybe we need to see a little more smile from Pence other than the looking down and cracking up.
All right, TONYA, thank you so much.
Thank you.